If they wanted he wanted a David Allen. No, they're calling a...
Test 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 test 1 2. In just 7 days' time, football clubs around the country will begin their competitive campaigns. Some will start their league seasons, while others will begin their cup journeys. However, it's going to be a very tough start to the season for Coventry United, and there's still preparation to be done ahead of what is set to be a long and gruelling season. But the Red and Greens have just completed a long and gruelling trip up to Yorkshire in a bizarrely distanced journey to Castleford for their final pre-season friendly against Glasshoughton Welfare. Welcome to another edition of Coventry United TV Live, right here from the Glasshoughton Centre in Castleford, Yorkshire, not too far away from Leeds for Coventry United's final pre-season fixture against Glasshoughton Welfare of the Northern Counties East League Division 1. My name is Liam Cook. I'm your commentator and your cameraman for today's match. Yes, I know, I'm sorry, I've been away for a while. I had a little break in Ibiza over the last week, but albeit slightly hungover, I am back for the final pre-season match, and we're going to make the most of it because next Saturday it's back to business. The 2017-18 campaign officially starts with Coventry United taking on local rivals Rugby Town in the extra preliminary qualification round of the Emirates FA Cup. The players are all signed, the systems are nearly there, so it's just time to sit back and relax and enjoy the final 90 minutes of football without anything on the line. Once again, Coventry United TV is coming to you live from Glasshoughton. If you are a Glasshoughton fan, welcome to the show. If you're a Coventry United fan, decided not to make the journey up to Yorkshire, welcome to you as well. And to all of you, don't forget to hit the like button on the broadcast today. Let us know that you are enjoying the coverage. Leave a comment below. Subscribe to Coventry United TV on YouTube for more exclusive football content. And of course, you can follow us on Twitter at CovUnitedTV. Now, I am pleased to tell you that there will be video highlights of this match on YouTube uploaded tomorrow. I've been reliably informed by United manager Terry Anderson that there are no more trialists in the Coventry United side, so we are legally allowed to upload highlights of today's match. So United fans, Glasshoughton fans, listen up. We are going to be uploading video highlights of today's match up to our official YouTube page, youtube.com/Coventry United TV tomorrow morning. So it's going to be around 11 AM that you get to see the best bits of this game on YouTube. We don't usually upload highlights for pre-season matches because of the amount of trialists involved for both teams. We've been told there are no trialists for Glasshoughton, there's no trialists for Coventry United, so we should be good to go for the highlights tomorrow. Now, this is a little bit of a weird one. I mean, I'm not too sure why, well, we weren't too sure why United decided to come all the way up to Yorkshire for a pre-season friendly. This is the furthest we've ever been as a football club, Coventry United. We've never been outside the Midlands as far as I'm concerned. I think the furthest we've ever gone is Shawbury. That's about an hour and a half drive towards the west. But today's match is up here in Yorkshire. The club are here on a team bonding exercise. They're going to be, well, the majority of the players are going to be staying over here for the night, just to get to know each other a little bit more. Let's tell you a little bit about Glasshoughton Welfare. Well, obviously they play in the Northern Counties East League Division 1, where they finished 11th place last season, which is their second season out of relegation from the Premier Division. Now, they are going to be without last year's top scorer Nathan Kitely, who left the club this summer. They have joint managers, which isn't uncommon in this level of football. They have Lee Viggers and Darren Holmes. Holmes is an ex-pro playing for such teams as Barnsley, Bradford and York, while Viggers managed Wakefield for 14 years after a relatively short playing career with West Ham and a stint in New York. Now, what's been happening since we've been away here on CUTV? Well, there was a 6-0 win over Chelmsley at Pack Meadow, which is home of Coastal Town, who will be playing later on this season. A 4-0 win away at old rivals Leicester Road, although there was a 2-1 defeat against Daventry last week. That was in the latest match. Apparently they absolutely bossed the first half. They just couldn't put the game to bed, so it resulted in a 2-1 defeat. Now, 3 players have been signed for United since we went away. Fullback Brad Jones, centre-back Jeff Woodward, and centre-mid Avon Jeffcott have joined United at impressive trial stints. But there have been departures. Last season's top scorer Kai Williams is gone. He's gone to Bedworth United. Jean de Corey and Pierre Moodham have both gone to Coventry Spinks, and Muzzy Nduna is absolutely bossing it at Chasetown. He scored twice against Port Vale last week. So well done to you, Muzzy, and good luck to Kai, Jean and Pierre, and of course to Lewis Isom, the 18-year-old centre-back who has joined League One side Bristol Rovers. So the very best of luck to Isa as he begins his professional football career. But life moves on, and the new season will start next week with an FA Cup match against Rugby Town. That's at the Butts Park Arena, our very first match at our new home. That's in the FA Cup next Saturday, the 5th of August at 3 p.m. You can find live coverage of that match right here on CUTV from 2:45. And the MFL fixtures have also been announced for Coventry United. The first 3 matches will be away from home, starting against Boldmere St Michael's on the 12th of August. The first home game at the Butts Park Arena in the league is against recently relegated Worcester City on the 26th of August. That's a bank holiday Monday. Boxing Day, it's home to Heanor Town. The first derby match is at Coventry Spinks on the 30th of December. The home leg of that fixture is on the 3rd of February, and the last home game of the season is against Loughborough on the 14th of April. And there's 2 away matches to end the season against Hoomund and Lye. So those are the matches that you can expect to see in the future here on CUTV. But there is only one match that you need to be checking out today. Coventry United's final pre-season friendly here at the Glasshoughton Centre just outside Castleford for Glasshoughton Welfare versus Coventry United right here on CUTV. The final 90 minutes of football before the competitive season begins next Saturday at home to Rugby Town in the first ever Coventry United match at the Butts Park Arena. The Red and Greens disembark in their red and green attires after the handshakes. Captained, of course, today by Chris Cox. Let's go through the Coventry United team sheet today. Of course, the goalkeeper, I still haven't learned this guy's name. I have to learn the goalkeeper's name. But he has been signed up. He's going to be the backup to Rich Morris, who's not here today. In defence, we have Jeff Woodward, Kyle Barnett, Jamie Coleman and Dominic Elaney. In midfield, I can see Aaron Wint, Courtney Cameron, Chris Cox and Lewis Rankin. And up front for Coventry United, the formidable duo of Mitch Piggin and former Football League striker, just signed from Newport, Craig Reed. And we were expecting a team sheet through from Glasshoughton. That hasn't happened, I'm afraid. So it's going to be numbers and positions rather than names during today's coverage. But again, we'll be uploading video highlights of this match to YouTube tomorrow morning. Glasshoughton in their home strips, mainly blue, with some white lining there. As the pleasantries are exchanged between the two sides, and Coventry United have been given a little placard as well from their host today. It's not very often you see Coventry United come this far north. Of course, we do play in the Midland League Premier Division, so the furthest that you usually go is probably Shawbury, just on the outskirts of Wales. But today, here we are in Yorkshire, just outside Castleford, for a very rare match. A scattering of Coventry United fans on the far side have made the long journey up the M1. And it will be Coventry United to kick things off with Lewis Rankin, who has been an absolute starlet this season in pre-season, to get things underway. Live coverage of Glasshoughton Welfare versus Coventry United right here on CUTV is underway now. Coventry United kicking from right to left in their traditional red and green strips, the civic colours of the great city of Coventry. United retaining possession in the centre. Wint finds his ex-Spinks teammate Dominic Elaney. Piggin holds off the defender and is able to find Aaron Wint once again in the centre of midfield. Now with Kyle Barnett, ex-Coventry City defender, out wide to Jeff Woodward. United have signed a new right back in Brad Jones. Woodward puts it out of play. United, of course, without a right back after the departure of Pierre Moudon at the end of last season. But Woodward can play at centre back and right back, along with Brad Jones, who has been signed up. And the ball down the left-hand side will not cause any danger for Coventry United. The goalkeeper will collect the ball for a goal kick. And the news yesterday was announced that Rich Morris has signed up for another season with Coventry United. The man they call England's #1 around our parts will be sticking around for at least another 12 months. Joe Connor has still made himself unavailable for selection, so a new goalkeeper has been signed up. I'm still trying to learn his name. We haven't been told about the signing of a new goalkeeper yet. There's been no press release from the club, so we'll have to talk to Terry Anderson after the game and find out just who this new goalkeeper is. But we have been reliably informed that he has signed a contract with Coventry United. And also we want to wish the very best to Kevin Thornton, the Coventry United central midfielder, who went for a scan on Thursday regarding an Achilles injury. We are being told that Kev won't be playing in the immediate future. We're hoping that's nothing too serious, so best wishes to you, Kev. Hope that the injury isn't too serious and that you'll be back in a red and green shirt very, very soon. As United regain possession in the centre of the park, Chris Cox is clipped from behind. It will be a free kick to Coventry United. We have been told that Cox would be playing at centre-back today, but he has been playing in both positions. He started at centre-back in the first pre-season match, then moved into midfield for the last couple of games. If Thornton is going to be out for the foreseeable future, it's going to be Cox that holds up the midfield, along with the likes of Rob Prinzel and Aaron Wint. The free kick was taken a little bit too quickly there by Lewis Rankin, and it's going to be played back to Kyle Barnett, about 10 yards further back than it was supposed to be. But United are going to be allowed to play the ball from this position. Cox making himself available, but Barnett punts it forward, nodded across by Mitch Piggon. It's going to be picked up by Courtney Cameron, signed on a permanent deal from Hull Zone this summer. Tries to trick his way past the defender. The defender gets his body in the way. Only finds Dominic Alaney. Can he get the cross in? Yes, he can, but it's not the best of crosses it's dealt with. But the first defender for Glasshoughton, it didn't find the head of Mitch Piggon, who's had an incredibly impressive pre-season campaign with Coventry United. And Alaney is going to take the throw on this near side. Signed up after an impressive stint on trial. Tries to trick his way through the defence. Once again, Glasshoughton put a wall in front of their defence, but it hasn't stopped Alaney from finding Reed. And it's going to be a free kick as Reed was tackled illegally there, trying to find Mitch Piggon. And the first opportunity of the game will fall to Coventry United 3 minutes in. Rankin, Cox and Reed all standing over the ball. We've seen Courtney Cameron hit a decent set piece from this sort of range as well. The referee instructing the 4-man wall of Glasshoughton Welfare to get the appropriate lads away from the ball. It's Reed, and it's not a bad go at all. It hits the wall behind the goal. It's the first attempt on goal, but it's not on target and it won't cause the goalkeeper any sort of issues. Craig Reed, of course, signed from EFL League 2 side Newport County over the summer. He's already impressed in his new strike partnership with Mitch Piggon. And we certainly look forward to seeing what he and Piggon can do in competitive action next week. Piggon nods the ball up and tries to bring it down. A bit of a collision there with the Glasshoughton player, and it allows the home side to win the ball back. Only as far as Jamie Coleman at centre back for Coventry United. Now Aaron Wint, long ball across the right hand side to Jeff Woodward. Lobs it forward, not a lot of direction on that one, goes straight to the Glasshoughton player. Punted forward, down the left hand side, should be an easy one for Jeff Woodward, and he finds the goalkeeper in the penalty area. Quickly thrown away to Lewis Rankin, signed from Rugby Town. 1-2 with Chris Cox, the United skipper. Now with Jamie Coleman, who has worn the armband a couple of times during pre-season. Now it's Cox again in midfield. Coleman again in defence. Elaine's in support on the left-hand side. He'll play it into the centre with Lewis Rankin. Under pressure now from the number 11 for Glasshoughton Welfare. Rankin does well to try and stop the attempt at an attack for Glasshoughton, and Reed puts it down the left-hand side now for Courtney Cameron. Puts it towards the far post for Mitch Piggon. It's a little bit too far, but Piggon will pick it up at the far post. Reed's in there as well as Aaron Wint. It's towards the far post. There's going to be no one there, and it's headed out of play for a corner kick by the Glasshoughton fullback. The Coventry United already showing their hand in the early goings here at the Glasshoughton centre. Coventry with a corner kick from the left-hand side to come. 5 minutes gone. In Yorkshire, Coventry United still drawing 0-0. There's a chance to have a Chris Cox to hit one from range. If he can get some space, he's forced wide and plays it across to Courtney Cameron. Charged down again by the fullback, and it will be another Coventry United ball. The final pre-season match for Coventry United ahead of their FA Cup home game against Rugby Town next week. Cameron's ball towards the near post and easily hooked away by the centre-back. And that will trickle over the line for a Coventry United throw just in front of the halfway line. A promising start for the Red Greens so far. Elaney's throw. Cameron holds it up well. Back to Elaney. Wentz there. Into the centre to Chris Cox. United well into Glasshoughton territory. Elaney tries to find Cameron, stabbed away from the centre-back. Punted ball forward towards the goalkeeper, and the number 9 couldn't get there in time. It's easily gathered by the United number 1. But they've got to get themselves out of danger now. Coleman to Wint. Cox. Barnett. Well, Coleman and Barnett should be the established centre-back pairing now that Lewis Ison is out of the picture. It's pointing to the ball now for Mitch Piggin. An opportunity to strike one towards goal. He let off for Reed. He's taking it too far and plays it across to Lewis Rankin. Will he get a shot go here? Yes, he will. It's parried away by the goalkeeper, and Cameron will let that one go out for a corner kick. Piggin took that one a little bit too far there. He had some space to let fly a goal. Reed was there. Rankin was there. He eventually found Lewis Rankin. But the chance was already gone by the time the ex-City winger could have a go at goal. Cameron's going to put the resulting corner into it. Piggin gets a glancing header to it, and it's going to be, well, it's a half clearance from the centre-back. Woodward puts it in, and that is going to be another corner to Coventry United. They're not giving up. The attack continues for the Red and Greens. It's going to be taken from the right-hand side this time by Lewis Rankin. The ex-Coventry City winger swings it in towards the far post where Wint's waiting. He couldn't get decent contact on the header. But Cameron puts it back in towards Barnett. Reed, can he turn? It's Craig Reed, lays it off. Chris Cox, miss-hit. But still an opportunity with Barnett. And eventually hooked away by the fullback. Coventry United just can't seem to get a clean shot away. And it will be another corner kick on the right-hand side to be taken by Rankin. Towards the near far post again. Barnett heads it in. It's going to be brought down by Chris Cox. Lets it bounce and played across to the right hand side again. He's caught on the edge of the box. The ball had gone, and the referee decides to give a free kick after Chris Cox is caught by a defender. And a real opportunity for Coventry United to open the scoring after 8 minutes. Rankin's going to stand over this one. Reed, Cameron and Cox all there. Cameron sprints past. And Reed decides it's not for him either. And this one belongs to Lewis Rankin, but where will its final destination be? Into the netting behind the goal, goes straight over the crossbar. And for the second time in the opening 10 minutes, a free kick chance ends in disappointment for the Red and Greens. It remains at Glasshoughton 0, Coventry 0. Don't forget you can find live coverage of every single Coventry United men's team and Coventry United ladies match next season here on CUTV as the ball bounces into the hands of the Coventry United goalkeeper. Men's first team matches will be played on Saturdays and Tuesdays throughout the season, Well, the ladies' matches will be played on Sundays. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Cov United TV for all the updates on our latest bits of coverage. Coleman puts it forward, headed away by the Glasshoughton defender. Elaney attempts a challenge with the number 10 for Glasshoughton, will bring it away. Barnett picks up the loose ball and plays it back to the goalkeeper amid protests from the Glasshoughton players. Poor first touch from Woodward, slides in and takes the ball away from the number 3 in the nick of time. Here's Lewis Rankin. Cameron wants it on the left-hand side, but he's forced back into the centre circle by a sea of blue. Woodward. Forward ball for Piggin. He'll pick it up. Who's in the box? Reed's in there. Can he get the cross away? And he's taking a little bit of a touch there. And it's going to be a goal kick. Piggin wants I don't know whether he wants a corner or a free kick. He wants something. But side challenge made. It came off Piggin last. Whether the defender got a bit of Piggin's leg, I'm not sure. But the result is a goal kick. The score here at the Glasshoughton Centre in Castleford is Glasshoughton Welfare 0, Coventry United 0. The Red and Greens by far the better team so far. Ball bounced around in the centre circle but picked up by Elaney. Volleyed forward by the Glasshoughton defender. May open up some space on the left hand side for the number 11 winger. Woodward puts it out for a throw. Rather be safe than sorry, but it does open up an opportunity for Glasshoughton. To put it into the penalty area and it's blocked. It'll be a corner kick. A real opportunity to get the ball in for Glasshoughton. Corner is put in, head away by Chris Cox. Will be another throw-in to Glasshoughton Welfare, and they want to get this played quickly. And it's going to be a Rory Delap style long throw from Glasshoughton. Hoofed into the area and punched away near post by the goalkeeper. Came out rather far there, and there's been an infringement on Lewis Rankin as he tries to get the ball away. A little bit of pushing and pulling from the Glasshoughton defender means that the Red and Greens can breathe a sigh of relief as that move comes to an end. And we've just got a quick message from Coventry United fan Simon Reynolds. Hello to you, Simon. Firstly, why aren't you here today? Nah, just kidding. It's a long old trip as the goalkeeper comes into some trouble there for Coventry United. Encounters a one-on-one situation with the Glasshoughton defender. Luckily, everything is okay now. United will try and get this one away. Barnett caught in possession, but is able to keep the ball just about. And United will play it out of danger. So a big hello to Simon Reynolds. He says, great commentary, Liam. Say hello to the faithful that have travelled. And I suppose Alan Howe too. Well, to be fair, Alan bought the first drink, so we've got to say thank you to Alan. But a big shout out to Simon and his family who are listening back home in Coventry, and we'll see you, I'm sure, at the first match of the BPA on Saturday. Cameron, poor first touch, gives the ball straight back to Glasshoughton, but it will bounce back into Jamie Coleman's range. Cameron sprints away from a sliding fullback. Reed, Rankin's free on the right hand side, and he'll find Lewis Rankin making some good progress down that right hand side. Over like a run from Jeff Woodward, and he's found Woodward. Crossing opportunity towards the near post, and it trickles over the line for a Coventry United corner. Deflected behind by the defender, and actually now Simon has just told me he's working, so we'll let him off for that one. Rankin's going to be taking the corner from the right-hand side. A stacked penalty area awaits him. Where will that ball land? It's towards the head of Kyle Barnett. And oh, it's a good parry there by the goalkeeper. Reed may have got a touch on it. Made life difficult for the Glasshoughton shot stopper. And it's picked up on the wing A cocktail to find Jamie Coleman. United will punt forward again with Lewis Rankin. Wint in central midfield holds off the challenge from the Glasshoughton man well and finds Woodward in acres of space on the left-hand side. Waits for the crossing opportunity. Piggin couldn't get the header. And a free kick for a push by Mitch Piggin on the defender will give Glasshoughton a free kick inside the penalty box. 15 minutes gone here at the Glasshoughton Centre. It's still Glasshoughton Welfare 0, Coventry United 0 in the final pre-season friendly of the 2016-17 season. Of course, it's over to the Butts Park Arena for the first time next Saturday. Coverage starts at 2:45 p.m. from the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United versus Rugby Town in the FA Cup extra preliminary qualification round. Barnett can only find the number 6 for Glasshoughton, out wide to the number 10. Can he get the cross in from the right hand side? Laney tries to jockey him and the cross flashes across the face of goal and will be picked up by Woodward, who blasts it towards the clubhouse over the line, out for a Glasshoughton throw. Taken quickly, the visitors, the home side I should say, will try and get this one forward quickly. It's punted from long range straight into the gut of Chris Cox, and Cameron avoids a side challenge and takes the ball around the player who tried to make that challenge work. Cameron cuts in from the left hand side but needs support now, finds it with Wint. Woodward in acres of space on the right hand side. Not the best of passes from Wint. Scuffed a little bit. Woodward keeps the ball alive for Coventry, but has to play it back into the red and green zone half. Barnett now with Coleman. Cox is free in the centre. Finds Craig Reed playing a bit of a deeper role at the moment. Now Wint. Reed tries the ball across the deck to Lewis Rankin, but easily cut out by the number 7. And a bit of a push in the back there by Carl Barnett on the number 11 winger for Glasshoughton, but the referee doesn't want to know. Wint. Barnett. So they've got to try and get themselves out of danger now. A long ball towards the left-hand side will find Courtney Cameron beautifully. And Cameron takes it around. He's into the box now. It's Courtney Cameron. Side change by with the number 4. He got a bit of Cameron, but he got a bit of the ball as well, which saves him from conceding a penalty. Elaney picks it up on the left-hand side. Now it's with Wint. Can he get the ball in? He tries to get himself to a better position and loses the ball, but shrugs off the Glasshoughton man and wins it back for Coventry United. Chris Cox, under pressure, has to get out of danger pretty quickly, and he does. Now it's with Elaney. Side challenge by the Glasshoughton player, but he dodges the challenge and keeps on going. It's Dominic Elaney, puts it through. Reed wasn't ready for it, and it's gone straight to the goalkeeper. But Coventry United free-flying football there. Reed just wasn't ready for the through ball into the area. But this goal is going to come sooner rather than later for Coventry United. Out wide to the Glasshoughton fullback, back into the centre of midfield, and Cox comes in like a bulldozer and just shrugs number 8 off the ball. Now here comes Rankin. He's got Piggin to his right, Reed on his left, and a side challenge made well by the centre back, but Piggin wins it back again. United men have got to get themselves in an onside position here. It's Piggin, he'll strike one, hits the shin of the number 5 defender. But Wint wins it back and strikes one from range, and it just rolls wide at the far post. But this game has been dominated by Coventry United, and Aaron Wint gets in on the act there, but no one has been able to test the goalkeeper yet. Coming up to the 20th minute. And it remains at 0-0 at the Glasshoughton Centre. Don't forget to hit the like button on this video if you enjoyed the coverage. Leave a comment below. Subscribe to CUTV on YouTube for more exclusive football content. And of course you can get us on Twitter at CovUnitedTV. Lovely long ball over the top for Courtney Cameron. On the left hand side of the area, waiting for some options to get the cross in. Cross is put in, easy dealt with at the near post by the Glasshoughton defender. Craig Reed saying, well, where was the options? Now Glasshoughton looks to move out. Punted forward, the number 10 making the run, and he may well get to the ball. The goalkeeper comes out, shoots it over the number 10, ready for Elaney to pick it up on the left-hand side. Wint tries to find Woodward on the far side, and he does. Woodward just about finds Rankin. Barnett. And back to the goalkeeper. Back to Barnett. Back to the goalkeeper. Coleman's in plenty of space, and he'll find Jamie Coleman. Reed forced back into United territory. Now to Coleman again. Jamie Coleman, long ball. Pickett's going to race onto it, but he won't get there before the goalkeeper, and it's easily gathered. Quick throw. The centre back with nowhere to go. Looks for an option. He'll keep on striding forward. Chris Cox attempts to challenge on the midfielder. Doesn't work. And now here come Glasshoughton. Space on the right hand side for the number 10 attacking midfielder. Now he's one-on-one with Elaney and shoots his way past the fullback. Can he get the cross in? Elaney with a little push in the back there. He doesn't bring him down. The cross put in and poor control from the Glasshoughton man allows Wint to pick up the loose ball and feed it to Lewis Rankin, who strides down the right hand side. 3 United men with him, and he puts it through for Craig Reed on the edge of the area. Lays it off. It's Rankin. Can he get the shot away? Takes it past one. Can't take it past the second. And Reed was asking for the ball there. He didn't get it. Rankin wanted the glory for himself. And now Glasshoughton breaking down the left-hand side. Well into United territory now. Woodward tries to make himself an obstacle for the Glasshoughton man, and he does so. Wigan can't find his way past the new United signing, formerly of Biggleswade. And Woodward puts it out of play for a throw to Glasshoughton. It still remains 0-0. United with the best of the opportunities so far, but Glasshoughton started to come into it. Throw-in taken. Tries to set himself up for the shot. Now it's with the number 6. He'll try him from range, and a fantastic save by the goalkeeper. It's still alive. The number 7 puts it in. A double save from the goalkeeper. This time with the feet, but it's offside. It wouldn't have counted anyway. But double heroics there from the Coventry United goalkeeper. As United get themselves back on the front foot with Courtney Cameron. Pass 1, pass 2, down the left-hand side. It's Courtney Cameron. He's got 2 men in the box, but it's a poor cross and easily dealt with by the defender. The heroic goalkeeping keeps the scoreline at 0-0. And United now know they have a real threat on their hands with Glasshoughton welfare. Rankin, now Woodward, back to Rankin. As United make their way into the home side's territory, but a poor pass towards Piggin is easily picked up by the midfielder. And a neat bit of play by the number 10, owes up some space to the number 8, put it down the right wing for the attacking midfielder, cross put in, straight onto the dreadlocks of Elaney, but he can't pick up the loose ball. It's with the number 10 again, but this time Cox will pick up the loose ball and stride forward for United. Piggin wants it, but Cox is going on his own. He's like a freight train with a combination of 2 Glasshoughton defenders able to stop Captain Fantastic in his tracks. Long ball towards the left-hand side. Woodward should try and... He should have got there, but the winger's got on the ball now. But Woodward does well to force the winger out of play. And Coventry United will pick up the ball with a throw. Woodward will take the throw. Towards Piggin. Jumps too early, but still gets his hand on the ball. Reed puts it through. Piggin on the right-hand side. Cameron's making a run, but he's drifted offside now. It's put towards the box. I didn't find Cameron, but I don't think it would have counted. He seemed to stray past the last defender anyway. Now, Welfare will try and get themselves out of danger as they make their way towards the halfway line. Woodward meets the ball in the air. Barnett has shrugged off the ball illegally by the Glasshoughton striker, and it will be another free kick to Coventry United inside their own half, taken quickly by Barnett. Now with Coleman, Wint. Oh, a little bit of a step over, takes it around the Glasshoughton midfielder, chips it towards the left-hand side for Courtney Cameron. That's offside against Cameron. And another promising move comes to an end for Coventry United. We can see some of the United substitutes on the far side in Tommy Glasgow, Rob Prinzel and Josh O'Grady. The only 3 substitutes brought to Yorkshire for the Red and Greens. A very exciting season set to start here on CUTV next Saturday against Rugby Town. Some big sides featured on CUTV next season. The likes of Worcester City, Bromsgrove Sporting, a rivalry renewed there. Can't wait to go back to the Victoria ground. Of course, Rugby Town, Hoomund, Coleshill Town, Sporting Cowser, as United concede a corner through a mistake of their own. Barnett tried to play it back to the goalkeeper, who couldn't control it and put it out of play off his foot for a corner kick. Certainly not how the goalkeeper would have intended that move to go. I can tell you, in the pre-season match between Coventry City and Liverpool at the Liberty Way tournament, it's still 0-0. As the corner's put in, and it came off the shin of the number 11 attacker for Glasshoughton, but Barnett will hook it down line, and it might actually present itself to Courtney Cameron, where it did do, but unfortunately for Cameron, the number 7 just gets his body in the way. But that was a great bit of vision there for Carl Barnett. And the long ball from the back for Glasshoughton goes straight to the goalkeeper, quickly dispatched to Elaney. And puts it through for Kyle Reid. He's onside here, bit of space on the left-hand side of the penalty area. He's got options in the centre with Rankin and Piggin. Couldn't find either of them. The cross blocked by the foot of the Glasshoughton player, but it still finds Courtney Cameron, who puts it in, and it's another poor cross. United can't seem to get their crossing right at the moment. Promising moves, but poor execution is the name of the game for the Red and Greens at the moment. Now Glasshoughton can get this one away. Into United's half. Glasshoughton starting to come into their own here, and Elaney has been called for a foul there. It seemed perfectly fine to me. It was just a little shoulder barge, but the referee has said that it's a foul. Each their own, I suppose. So roughly 28 minutes gone here at the Glasshoughton Centre. Glasshoughton Welfare 0, Coventry United 0 is the current score. And Glasshoughton's claim to fame was a appearance by Bruce Grobbelaar, the former Liverpool and Southampton goalkeeper a few years ago in the first team. United, of course, have got a few Football League stars of their own in the likes of Craig Reid and Kevin Thornton. And it's an attempt at goal with an umbrella. It wasn't a bad one, you know. It was not a bad one at all, but the goalkeeper was easy to it. It's difficult to get a shot on target from that sort of range. And if anything, I think it would have been better to try and chip it towards the far post. As Wint takes a tumble, referee says no foul. Look at that, lovely skill from Wint. Taking it through several Glasshoughton defenders. Woodward's cross, Rankin tried to pat it down to Reid. And again, that final bit of setup lets Coventry United down as Glasshoughton sprint down the opposite end of the pitch. Now the number 6 puts it through, and the number 11 is cut out by Cox, but the referee is given a foul against Jeff Woodward for an infringement on the number 9 striker just inside Glasshoughton territory. We have now had half an hour at the Glasshoughton Centre, and it remains scoreless between Glasshoughton Welfare and Coventry United in the final pre-season match of the Red and Green summer. Free kick taken, put towards the far post, keeper calls for it, keeper gathers it. Volleyed away by the United number 1. Straight into the head of a Glasshoughton defender. Poor control nearly allows Hudson to get back onto it. And United are certainly not letting this ball go. But a long ball down the right hand side creates some space for the number 10. And then he's got to come across and try and cut him out here. He's not going to do it. And it's somehow fired across, only above the crossbar, but over the stand and over the perimeter wall as well. I've got to say, from that sort of distance, he should have been burying that one in the roof of the net, but it's fired into the road behind the ground. Well, you've got to say, Elaney should have been able to pick up the loose man down the right-hand side. Acres of space, he should have been easily picked up. And the referee gets us ready to go again with the goal kick for the United man. There it goes towards Piggin. Nods it on. Craig Reid. Again saying, where's my options? But he puts it through for Cameron. That's a good option. Courtney Cameron tries to put it across the face of goal, and he's got a little bit of a bit of a push from the Glasshoughton man, takes him off balance, which results in a pretty weak cross attempt. Barnett should deal with that one at centre back, and he does. Heads it up and will control it himself. Back to the goalkeeper, who's got to act quickly now as the number 9. Puts the goalkeeper under a little bit of pressure there. Plays a 1-2 with Elaney. Coleman. But United can't seem to clear their lines here. And that's going to be, is that going to be a goal kick? No, it's not. It's going to be a corner. Barnett and Coleman both try to get the ball away. Seem to take a touch of one of them on the way through. And it will be a corner kick on the right-hand side for Glasshoughton Welfare. And the goalkeeper is taking the ball with him. It's not a goal kick, it's a corner, so he's got to return the ball. I think he's just making sure that he can get himself back into position before the set piece can be taken. So we are into the final 50 minutes of the first half here at the Glasshoughton Centre. This is one of Glasshoughton's best chances to open the scoring here. Well, it should have been an easy flick away by Piggin, swing and a miss, and it's gone out of his trailing leg for another corner, and it could have been a little bit more dangerous than that. So we head towards the 35th minute. Swung in from the right hand side once again, and it's taking a touch of the United man on the way through. It should go all the way through to the opposite wing, and it will do. It's going to be a throw to Glasshoughton. We'll be taking a short break at half time to swap over the laptop battery to ensure we can bring you the second half of this match in its entirety. So don't forget to hit the like button on this video so let us know you've enjoyed it, and find the second half live stream on YouTube as well. Just search youtube.com/Coventry United TV. And a tipped strike from the number 11 goes straight into the path of a van outside the ground. And hopefully it's not caused any issues for the drivers. But it hasn't caused any issues for the Coventry United goalkeeper either. It still remains 0-0. Coleman punts it forward, looking for Craig Reed, and once again it's going to be an easy gallop for the goalkeeper. It's just trickles out of the air, so he has to boot it away. But look at this now, Rankin has got the goalkeeper off guard and puts it home! Lewis Rankin! He's been incredible so far this pre-season after his move from Rugby Town. It should have been a simple ball for the goalkeeper to deal with. It came outside the area, so he had to boot it away before Reed could get there. But he could only find Lewis Rankin, who did well to get it on target and get it in before the goalkeeper could backtrack to his line. And Coventry United do have a deserved lead at the Glasshoughton Centre. Glasshoughton Welfare 0, Coventry United 1. And with just 10 minutes to go before the half-time break, it could not have come at a better time for the Red and Greens. The perfect way to cap off pre-season if they can indeed hold on to this league. It's a Glasshoughton throw just in front of us, and Welfare want to get on the front foot immediately and try and get back on level terms. If they're not going to do so, you have to win the ball back. Aaron Wint should play it back to the goalkeeper, and he does. So plenty of time for the Coventry United man. Now Kyle Barnett has signed up to add some more power to that defensive unit. Wint across to Jamie Coleman. Coleman punts it forward. Piggin nods it on, tries to find Rankin again. It's a battle for the number 7s here, and Rankin does well to take the ball away from his opposite man. Can he get the ball in from the right hand side? Reed's in there as well as Piggin. And well stopped by the goalkeeper. Cameron, Reed, second time of asking. Can he get a shot away? No, he can't. But still with Rankin, and palmed away by the goalkeeper. And United within inches of having a second goal within a minute to the first. Several brilliant opportunities for the Red and Greens. Reed within the 6-yard box. First tried to backheel it home, then tried to turn and shoot. Couldn't get the shot away. Rankin tried one from range on the right hand side. Parried away by the goalkeeper. The corner comes in. It'll be picked up by Cameron at the far post. Rankin once again tries to get the ball in. Tries to trick his way out of a challenge, but can't do so. Now Glasshoughton trying to get themselves on the front foot, and Elaney's got to try and hold on to number 10, and he does so beautifully. The goalkeeper returns the ball to Elaney. Cameron's free on the left-hand side. He'll find Courtney Cameron now. Cameron tries to do too much and loses out. As we head towards half-time, chip ball towards the left-hand side. It's going over the head of the number 9, and Woodward will pick it up for Coventry United. He'll let it go to the striker. Now the Glasshoughton number 11 tries to dink it past Woodward, but the ex-Biggleswade man is not going to be fooled by that. A 1-2 with Wint, punts it down right for Mitch Piggin, picked up by the Glasshoughton man. Long ball forward, and then he picks it up and finds Jamie Coleman. Wint in the centre circle. And, well, he was trying to find Rankin. It was a good ball for Rankin, but Rankin let it go, assuming that Woodward was making an overlapping run. So a bit of a calamity there for Coventry United. Offside given. As the run down the left-hand side looked to be paying dividends for Glasshoughton welfare. Barnett's going to take it. In fact, now he's going to leave it to the Coventry United goalkeeper. See a scattering of red and green supporters over there by the home dugout, and a rather poor free kick, I should say, by the goalkeeper. Goes out of play towards the right-hand side. So the score here at the Glasshoughton Centre is now Glasshoughton Welfare 0, Coventry United 1, and it could easily have been 2-0 just a couple of seconds after the first goal. I can tell you now at Liberty Way the half-time score is Liverpool 0, Coventry City 0 in the Liberty Way pre-season tournament. We saw that Wolves had beat Nuneaton Town by 1-0 earlier in the day. And a strong-looking Coventry City side is still holding a youthful Liverpool team to a 0-0 draw. Reed into the area, gets a shot away, straight into the backside of the defender. Cameron can't get to the loose ball. And now Glasshoughton got to get his ball away, and they have done here. Plenty of space now for the fullback. Long ball forward, looking for the winger, only as far as the knee of Jeff Woodward. Rankin in the centre circle. Reed tries to return ball to Rankin, trying to be too cheeky there, and it costs United possession. Now the number 7 sprinting down the left. Woodward once again does well and takes the ball away. Here's Chris Cox. Piggin holds it up well and now finds Reed. Rankin, I couldn't get to the loose ball. And now it'll open up for the number 9 for oh wow, a fantastic bit of defensive work there by the goalkeeper for Coventry United. The number 9 had the ball, it flew up into the air. I'm not sure whether he was trying to bring it down or hit a volley, but the goalkeeper came out, got his noggin on it, and ended the danger right then and there. The Glasshoughton will pick it up in their own defensive area, sprinting towards the halfway line. 5 minutes until the break. Elaney picks up the loose ball in defence. Wint. Cox is available on the right-hand side. Finds Chris Cox as they make their way into Glasshoughton's half. Rankin to the right. Finds Lewis Rankin. Now the overlapping run from Chris Cox. But it's played to Mitch Piggin on the edge of the area. Back to Rankin. Back to Piggin. Rankin's there again. Tries to find Rankin again. And he'll get there. But he's tripped by the Glasshoughton defender. It's not going to be a foul. It's going to be a throw. And it's going to be Elaney to take the throw. Wint. Down line to Elaney once again. Into the centre with Cox. He's going to be careful as the number 11 comes in, charging in for the challenge. Just gets it away to Woodward on the right-hand side. Jeff Woodward. Clipped by the heel of the Glasshoughton defender. But Cox with a long-range effort. It might just be kept in by Mitch Piggin. I'm not sure whether it was supposed to be a cross or a shot, but it wasn't exactly accurate. Piggin's ball towards Rankin, over the head of Rankin. Woodward picks it up on the right-hand side of the penalty area. Another cross in, this time for Aaron Wint over the crossbar. Couldn't keep the header down. And the 1-goal lead is all that United have for the moment. Glasshoughton Welfare 0, Coventry United 1. But it could have been so much more for the Red and Greens. As we enter the final couple of minutes at the Glasshoughton Centre. Clearance made, but only as far as the head of Chris Cox. Picking a bit too complacent there, waiting for the ball to come to him. It's going to be picked up, the loose ball by Rankin, now wide to Woodward. Needs some support in, he'll find it with Rankin, he's got a little bit of time on his hands. Chip ball towards Piggin. On the right hand side, can he lay it off? He'll come through to Elaney, but he tried himself onto the edge of the area. Lewis Rankin turns out of one challenge, nearly turned out the second, but he will retain possession. Now with Woodward again. Jeff Woodward. And will it be kept in by Reed? It might have been, but the referee has said that it's going to be a goal kick to Glasshoughton Welfare into the final 3 or 4 minutes or so. Again, we'll be taking a short break here on CUTV to swap over the laptop battery to ensure we can bring you the second half of this match in its entirety. So look for the new live stream here on YouTube. Just type in youtube.com/Coventry United TV to find our official channel. Throw into Coventry United on the halfway line. In between the two dugouts. Just the two Coventry United personnel in terms of coaching. Luke Morton and Harry Barnes both absent for today. Of course, Jose Asensio no longer working for United. So Terry Anderson, his new first team coach, taking over the responsibilities for today. Coleman strides forward. Chip ball towards Craig Reed. Keeps it going for Elaney in the area, holds up well. Now Courtney Cameron, first time cross, no one there, but it will find Mitch Piggin. After the attempted clearance, didn't exactly go far. Piggin, and takes it around the defender who tried to block an attempted cross. Piggin, it's headed over again by Aaron Wint. Can't keep the header down. And with just 2 minutes to go, I assume that it's going to end the first half at 1-0, and you've got to say that United do deserve their lead. But in the last 20 minutes, Glasshoughton have came right back at them. Since the goal, it seems to have swung back into United's favour, so I would say the Red and Greens would certainly deserve their 1-goal lead, should they hold on to it. Goalkeeper's clearance. Cox easily gets his hand on that one, and flicked on by Craig Reed. There's no one there. Trickery for the sake of trickery there from Craig Reed. Challenge from behind made by Wint, but it still doesn't dispossess the Glasshoughton man. That might from Elaney with a shoulder bar straight into the side of the number 9. And now Coleman and Elaney try and get the ball away. Aaron Wint. Great defensive work by Coleman and Elaney. Now Chris Cox. Reed onto the right with Rankin. Cox is still making a run. Rankin tries to take a pass opposite number 7. It's gone off the leg of the winger and will go out for a Coventry United throw just in front of the Glasshoughton dugout. Barnett. Wint. Reed. Now with Coleman inside United territory. Long ball forward looking for Wint. It's not going to find him. The fullback blasts it up rather than out. It may well stay in here. It did for a while. It's still in. But the defender can only find Elaney. Cox. Coleman. Elaney once again. Holds off several chances and finds Chris Cox. Cameron with a bit of space on the left-hand side to work with. Courtney Cameron still going. Side challenge from the number 10 and attempt challenge from the fullback. Both of them don't work. And that's with Craig Reed. Tipped over the crossbar. Brilliant save by the goalkeeper. And that will end a pretty good first half. But how did Coventry United not end it with a goal? Sensational run from Courtney Cameron, dodging 2 well-timed challenges from Glasshoughton Welfare players, and a fantastic scissor kick attempt from Craig Reed, palmed over the crossbar by the Glasshoughton goalkeeper. A wonderful way to cap off a fantastic 45 minutes of football. The half-time score at the Glasshoughton Centre. Glasshoughton Welfare 0, Coventry United 1. And that will do us for the first half here on CUTV. We're going to take a short break now to swap over the laptop battery to ensure we can bring the second half of this match in its entirety, so do not go away. We'll be back in 5 minutes here on CUTV with Liam Cook.